What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Damien After Dark. You're watching the official and all new Young and Reckless After Show. This is Season 1, Episode 3 recap, where we are going to break down the biggest and most explosive moments from Episode 3. And baby, I'm ready to talk about it. First of all, before we begin, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Turn on your post notifications, like this video by clicking the thumbs up button right below, and join the conversation because I want to hear from y'all on what you thought about episode 3. This shit has been getting wild. Also, if you want to donate to the channel, in the description box below will be ways that you can donate using PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, and Zelle. I'll also post my Amazon wish list there for those that want to take that route. Now, let me just say a thank you to those who have been wanting me to get into Young and Reckless, because I have got caught up. Episode 4 is the most current and recent episode, and I so far love it. It reminds me of the Bad Girls Club. Like, finally I get a show that reminds me of the Bad Girls Club, because Baddies wasn't doing it for me. South Central Baddies is just too much fighting. But this show, I like it. All the girls are pretty as fuck. I mean, I don't think there's one girl on this cast that is hard to look at, if you know what I'm saying. But I'm just really enjoying it. So thank y'all for recommending it. I hope you enjoy the recaps and the reviews. So let's get into episode 3, because episode 3 kind of starts off with production telling Ivory, we're going to get you a room. We need you to go. Okay. I think they're looking at it like, look, Ivory will not stop fighting. It's non-stop fighting. And believe it or not, I think this production is trying to do other things besides fighting. They're trying to go to the club. They're trying to film a photo shoot for the girls. You know, I think they're trying to do other things. I think they're trying to make it not quite like South Central Baddies, if you know what I'm saying. So Ivory ain't feeling it. Ivory says, look, if y'all are going to send me to a hotel, go ahead and book my flight. I'm going home. I'm not going to a hotel room. Send them bitches to a hotel room. She's not feeling it. But my thing is, like, Ivory, I understand where they're coming from, sis. We're trying to film a show here. And like, literally, I get it. There's going to be fights. The fighting is entertaining. 100%. I want to see it. But, you know, let's fight for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, a bitch touching your stuff, somebody bleaching your clothes, somebody, you know, a reason to fight. Not just because you thought somebody wanted to jump you or a bitch breathed the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's Ivory's issue. She wants to fight too much. And I see what the producers are saying, like, you know, you can go home. Now, you know, Ivory and Naj are both talking about, this is Young and Reckless. This is what we're here for. This is what we're here for. But we don't want to see it, sis. Like, we don't want to see, like, you just fight. I mean, come on, that gets old. We got to have some balance here. Now, Ferrari tells Kai that Ivory fought the wrong girl, because we know that Kai is one of the only girls in the house that stood up to Ivory and fought her back to back. So Ferrari tells Kai, look, Ivory fought the wrong girl. She wasn't even meaning to fight you. She had you mixed up for somebody else. And, you know, Kai's like, I've never even watched any of these shows. I've never even seen Ivory. I have no problems with her. You know what I'm saying? She's like, I have no issues. But see, that's what Ivory gets. She's getting ahead of herself. She's trying to do too much, too fast. You fighting bitches that ain't even done nothing to you. And this is why they're trying to send you to the room, Ivory. Now, we see KP's country ass come in. We get to meet KP from Nashville, Tennessee, with that thick ass accent, as thick as mine, child. And KP says, you know, she's excited to be there. She said, they told me this was Young Thug's house. And I'm like, so y'all crashing at Young Thug's house while he in jail? What's going on? Or did that used to be Young Thug's house? The way KP said it, she said it like it was his house currently, right? And they just crashed in there. But I feel like it was probably his old house. Ferrari, I'm really liking Ferrari so far. I like her. She's pretty. She's cool. She seems like a girl's girl. And I think Natalie Nunn could take notes on how to host a show, right? It's refreshing to see Ferrari when you're used to seeing a Natalie. It doesn't feel like Ferrari is trying to steal the spotlight from the other girls, unlike Natalie. It seems like, Ferrari's there to just host the girls. Now she's trying to gather some of the girls to see who's going to the club, who's not going to the club. She goes to talk to Legacy to see if Legacy's going to the club, but Legacy's not really feeling it. She's like, her wig is gone, and she doesn't feel comfortable going to the club in her braids and her natural hair. And Kai is also hesitant because she doesn't have her wig anymore. But Ferrari insists. Ferrari tells them, rock your natural hair. Just come on out and rock your natural shit. Now Kai, she wants to address Ivory about Ivory putting her hands on her when she did nothing to her. So she tries to address Ivory, and Ivory wants to automatically resort to fighting. She automatically wants to fight Kai when Kai is simply trying to have a conversation with her and let her know, look, you got the wrong girl, right? But Ivory is so used to fighting all her battles. Every single issue Ivory has, it has to be a physical altercation. She can't talk out her issues. I don't think she's capable of having a conversation verbally without getting physical, and that's sad. It really is sad. Her age is showing. I think Ivory's what, 20, 21? But let me tell y'all something about Kai. I respect that bitch Kai, okay? And I use bitch as a term of endearment. I don't mean that ugly. For my new viewers here who probably are watching and thinking, oh my God, he's calling a woman a bitch. I use it as a term of endearment. I don't mean it ugly, y'all, I promise. I respect Kai because Ivory, when Kai is trying to talk to her and talk these issues out, Ivory wants to fight, and she says, "You want to fight?" And Kai says, "Do you want to fight?" And Ivory says, "Yeah." And Kai says, "Let's go." And see, I respect it. She's not backing down from Ivory. She's not letting Ivory bullying her. She never backs down from Ivory, and I respect her so fucking much. No matter if Ivory beats her ass, I respect her. Give Kai her tens, okay? Tens. But Ivory did beat her ass. Ivory did fuck her up again. I mean, Ivory's a beast. Look, she's a bully. She's a lot of things. And Ivory even admits that she's a bully. But Ivory's a fucking beast. Somebody needs to sign that girl to the UFC, okay? I'm serious. And I think her thing, too, with Ivory is that she's not only does she have the strength, not only does she have the stamina and the build, she's got the speed. That's the number one component that you really need when you're fighting. Because if you're not a fast fighter, somebody like Ivory can, do that King Kong on your ass real quick, and before you know it, you out of breath, bloody, broke down, bow-legged, and don't know what to do. Now, one of my subscribers did tell me to wait for it because Ivory does meet her match. So I'm excited and interested to get to that point to see who her match is, and when she meets her match, does her match whoop her ass? Whatever. This is kind of random, but I think her name's Maj, the girl who's kind of co-hosting with Ferrari. She reminds me of Persuasion. Does anybody else feel that way? I don't know why I get Persuasion vibes from her. Just the way she looks. Now, we get to meet Miss Melanie Fox. Miss Melanie Fox comes in, and she shows up, and not one of the girls even noticed that she's there when she comes in. She comes in with her iPad, hey y'all, and the girls are too busy turning up to Ferrari's song, talking about put that pussy down. I put that pussy down. Put that pussy down. They ain't worried about what Melanie Fox got going on. They worried about putting that pussy down. And I guess when she gets the girls' attention, she introduces herself. She says, I'm Melanie. I'm a dancer. I sing. I rap. I act. I model. I'm just rolling my eyes like, okay, girl, whatever. Like, just because you role play in the bedroom with your clients does not make you an actress. Just because you put the iPhone on a tripod and pose 5 feet away like this does not make you a model, sis. I just hate when people do that. Like, come on, y'all. Like, all these people nowadays are notorious, and not even just on reality TV in general. you can go to a person's Instagram profile and they're going to have model, singer, actress, writer, entrepreneur, whatever, whatever, whatever. And I just feel like a lot of people claim these things when they're not these things. But you know what? I take that back when it comes to acting, because a lot of these hoes do be acting, especially on these reality shows. And it's clear that they be acting because they can't act, you know? And it just comes off so cheesy and fugazi and weird and bad. It comes off bad. Now, Ferrari decides to do a competition amongst the girls, and the competition is like you win a $400 cash prize for the girl who can seduce Ferrari the best. I'm just like, okay, now I know y'all can get a little bit more creative than this. Like, like what? Y'all literally sat down and was like, what can we do as a competition? Let's see who can seduce Ferrari. Like, can we not come up with something like a little more interesting than that? No shade. So when KP goes up to seduce Ferrari, one of the girls, and I forget which girl it was, but one of the girls, KP says she hears saying boo, boo, boo. And, you know, KP says something along the lines of, let me pick up my Christian Dior shoes on these hating assholes. And for some reason, somehow that creates issues between her and Melanie, because I think KP or Melanie thought KP was talking about her when she said hating assholes. So Melanie's like, who are you talking about? Who's the hating asshole? And, you know, KP tells her she wasn't talking about her, but it turns into this whole big ordeal between the two. But, which we see that play out later. Shay Bands ends up winning the cash prize for being able to seduce Ferrari, and I'm just like, well, the bar was very low. I mean, I could have won that competition just as a man. I mean, I could have went up there and seduced her and twerked my ass and did what Shay Bands did and copped that $400 real quick and easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just like, come on, y'all, that was just stupid to even do. Like, y'all just threw $400 away. Now, the girls head to the club, and Legacy and Kai are rocking their natural hair because they don't have their wigs, and I think they look good. Like, I'm here for it, especially Kai. Kai look cute as fuck. Okay? I'm here for Kai. I like her. I don't know what it is about Kai. I like her. And she was giving Ice Spice with that wig. Except I think she's prettier than Ice Spice, not to compare, but she just looked really pretty with her natural hair, and I wish more girls would rock their natural hair. I understand wigs are big and they're in, but you know, we saw how some of these girls were. Like, they did not want to leave the house without their wigs. I'm like, y'all, why? Y'all look bad as fuck without them. Like, but I understand. They've got to feel that themselves, you know? So the girls are in the club, and KP says she turns around and notices that bitches are whispering and mean mugging and just mad, you know, just mad. And Miss Crystal, I guess, is on turn up time. And Miss Crystal allows Ivory to get in her ear. Because Ivory, I guess, wants to play producer. I don't know what, I don't know what the, sorry, y'all, I got an email. Oh, it's buy one, get one free at Subway Day. I need to remember that. So, let me see. Now, in the moment, at the club, Crystal goes and pours a drink on Adriana's head. Keep in mind, Crystal and Adriana, we thought, have moved on past their issues, right? Wrong. Now, we find out later from Ivory that Ivory put a bug in Crystal's ear and told her, go dump a drink on that bitch's head. Go dump a drink on her head. And Crystal actually listened. Like, what kind of lapdog ass puppet are you, Crystal? You can tell so bad that Crystal wants to be accepted and liked by Maj and Ivory, and these girls who have the big personalities that are running the house, you can tell she is such a lapdog. She is so easily manipulated. She wants to fit in, she wants to be cool, she wants to be liked, she wants to be a star, and it's not giving any of those things. You're not a star, Crystal. You're a follower, you're a lame, you're a puppet, and the way that you allowed Ivory to take two AA Duracell batteries and stick them in your back and wind you up and send you out there, you're pathetic. With a capital P. Pathetic as fuck. Like, that's some sad shit that you as a grown woman allow another grown woman to wind you up and do her dirty work. It's sad. Now, Adriana is pissed, and she gets on the mic and starts cussing Crystal out. And I'm like, Adriana, I'm going to need you to take that mic and bop this bitch upside the head for dumping a glass on your head, Adriana. I'm going to need you to let these girls know what time it is, because they playing with you right now. They playing with you. And it's like, what's the real issue? Because I was on your side, Crystal. I was on your side when it came between you and Adriana, but now you're giving thirst bucket. Now you're giving, I'm quenched. My thirst needs to be quenched. I'm parched. And it's like, what's your real issue with this girl? Because it's giving that you want to be the only Latina girl. It's giving that you're hating that Adriana's prettier than you. Like, what's going on here? Now, Adriana says she's going to beat her Crystal's ass when they get back to the house. But Ferrari tells her, no, bitch, you're going to beat her ass right now outside the club. Right? So they gear up to fight in the street. And here go Crystal. When Crystal realizes she got to square up and fight, she don't want to fight because she already knows that Adriana done whooped her ass once. And now she done wrote a check her ass can't cash when she dumped that water on her head. Where's your security? Where's Ivory who pumped your head up? Ivory can't fight this battle for you, right? So what does Crystal do? Take those rings off. Take those rings off, bitch. Take those rings off. Trying to stall the fight. Trying to, do what she can to slow shit down because she knows what time it is. No, you started the shit. It's time for you to stand on business. Isn't that what you said you here for? To stand on business, sis? Stand on it. You talking about the rings. You worry about the rings. No, Crystal is all mouth. Because let me tell you, Adriana didn't say a word, baby. Adriana was out there ready, taking off everything, not saying one goddamn word. Who's yapping like the Chihuahua? Crystal. Crystal reminds me of Anna Mac from Baddies. That's what she reminds me of. I was really wanting Adriana to beat the hell out of Crystal in that parking lot. But they both look goofy as hell out there fighting. I don't think either one of them. I think Adriana landed one lick on the Crystal's head. Crystal falling on the floor, looking a fool, goofy as hell. I mean, just, and then here's the gag of it all. Crystal says in her confessional, I hit the ground. I fell on the ground, but I got back up and I handled business. Because I ain't never going to stop, baby. Girl, you sound so pathetic. You sound so motherfucking pathetic right now. I can't even take this whole serious. Like, for real. You are lame, Crystal. You're lame. You're a punk. You're a follower. You're a puppet. And she looks like she's 16 years old. Can this girl even drink? Is she even legally allowed to be here? Send this hoe home. I'm over her. Send her home. Now, Ivory, she rushes Crystal back into the Sprinter. Like, come on, Crystal, come on. I think before somebody called the law, right? I think that's what she was worried about. Bitch, we in Atlanta. Let's get back to the house. And in the Sprinter van, Ivory tells Crystal, you need to get your lick back. And she tells Crystal, I fuck with you. I'm just disappointed in you and the way you handled this. And if y'all notice in the Sprinter, this is Crystal the whole time while Ivory's talking to her. Yeah, please, Ivory, accept me. Please accept me. I want to be a cool girl too. I want to be a big bad bully too. She's doing all this stuff to fit in, and I've just really changed my mind when it comes to Crystal. Because I thought she was the more authentic one over Adriana, but now I've taken my rose-colored glasses off, and it's clear that Adriana is the more authentic, real one. Even though she claimed to have beat Murder cases, I still don't believe that. But I just don't. I can't with Crystal. And you know, Ivory proved in her confessional, as I said, that Crystal is here trying to get approval from these girls, and that she's a lapdog and a puppet. And Ivory says that she orchestrated the whole pouring the drink on Adriana's head because everybody was having too much fun. See, that's how you know Ivory is either, it's one of two things. She's either a negative and miserable soul, or she's trying to produce the show. Because keep in mind, Ivory is one of the only girls on this show who is a vet, who's been on multiple Now That's TV shows, so she kind of knows how it works. And I think she's trying to self-produce, but I think she needs to leave that to the producers because it's making her look really bad. And two, like, we all having a good time, and you want to stir shit up and play producer? No. And then to make it worse, Crystal listens to you. The bitch listens to you. How you gonna let somebody hype you up to do something, only for you to pour a drink on Adriana's head and then run back? She poured a drink on Adriana's head and then she ran back to Ivory, hoping, you know, oh, well, if something happened, Ivory got my back. It's almost like Naj or Maj, whatever her name is, and it's almost like her and Ivory have taken Crystal under their wing as their like little experiment that they can manipulate and use, because that's what they're doing. They're using the hell out of this girl. And then when they get back home, Ivory, you know, takes the batteries out of Crystal's back and replaces them with some fresh batteries, and she sends Crystal back in there to try and fight Adriana again. And I'm just thinking, Adriana, if you don't mop this floor up with this girl, Miss I beat multiple Murder cases, if you don't mop this girl up right now, but, and then not only that, can we talk about it for a minute? As I look up, and Ivory is telling Adriana, you know, I'm trying to think of their names. Crystal wants to get her lick back, and Adriana's like, I don't want to fight, I'm tired. And I'm thinking, wait a minute. You talking to Ivory. Ivory's wanting you to go fight and get your lick back. But Ivory just drop kicked you in the face. Like, wait a minute. I thought you beat Murder cases. And I don't say the word, y'all, because YouTube flags you when you say words like that. That's why I'm spelling it out. But I thought you beat murder cases. So you gonna let Ivory drop kick you in the face and you ain't even gonna try to get your lick back? Christina, Crystal, whatever her name is, should be the least of your worries. Am I the only one to notice that? How you gonna let Ivory kick you in the face like that? If Adriana was my friend, my sister, my cousin, my whatever, I would be clowning her so bad. Like, bitch, how you go on that show and let that girl kick you in the face like that? I'm gonna need you to go fuck Ivory up stat, Adriana, or you a scary asshole, and you damn sure ain't beat no murder cases. Now KP says when they get home, they get back to the house, and Melanie Fox comes in with this bad energy. I don't know if Melanie drank too many shots at the club. I don't know if she snorted a line with Jocelyn Hernandez in the back. I don't know if Sis was shooting meth up or what. But Melody comes in and she just is on 10, right? Well, at first she's not on 10, but she goes from like a 5 to a 6 to a 7 to an 8. And then she eventually gets to the 10, right? Because she comes in with this bad energy talking about, do you have a problem with me? What's your problem with me? Are y'all two teaming up against me? Am I going to have to go to bed and worry about you doing voodoo or hoodoo or witchcraft on me? Like, doing all this extra shit. And it's giving Melanie's looking for camera time. It's giving Melanie's looking for a moment. It's giving Melanie, you know, wants a reason to fight because she's paranoid. Well, she says she's paranoid because she took a shroom. And the producer asked Ferragamo, I heard you gave Melanie shrooms. And she says, yeah. She asked me for a shroom, so I gave her one. She's grown. And I'm thinking now, Melanie, you might have took shrooms, sis. But that's not why you acting like that. You acting like that because you done something or smoked something or you high off something, sis. I know a tweaker when I see a tweaker, okay? And that bitch was tweaking. She was tweaking. Now, Ferragamo tells her, you're turning up because the cameras are here. And I'm with Ferragamo. Like, girl, you are doing this because you just walked into the house. This is your first time on TV, and you are looking for a moment, and you're trying to get it off me. Ferragamo is starting to get pissed at this point. I don't blame her. I mean, she's literally in the bed on the phone with her man, FaceTiming, bonnet on. We back from the club. We've been drinking all night. Bitch, I'm tired. I want to lay down. I want to chill. She can't even do that because Melanie wants to play actress. Melanie wants to win her Academy Award tonight. And, baby, I was waiting on just anybody to clock Miss Fox in her face. I was waiting on anybody just to go, boop, bitch, shut up, and send her ass to sleep. I was waiting on it. Because sister was on that shit. Melanie was on that shit, right? And Melanie ain't nothing but another Ivory, a bully ass bitch. She picks on girls who are smaller than her, shorter than her. And I'm just like, where is Ivory when you need her, right? Where is Ivory when you need her? This girl, Melanie, wanted to fight so bad that she was not going to shut up until somebody knocked the Mario coins out of her head, right? I'm just like, somebody sock her. Please sock this girl. Now, Melanie goes for the smaller, weaker prey, right? Because that's what bullies do. They go after people that they know that they can torment, manipulate, harm. And KP is a little bitty old tiny thing, right? She probably 100 pounds soaking wet. And she starts taking KP's stuff and telling her, you gotta go. You've gotta go. And as I'm watching, I'm like, KP, you're not standing your ground enough for me, sis. Like, I know you little, but that don't always mean nothing. I'm gonna need you to buck up and get some in your chest. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, Melanie Fox is making you look like a little fox. And Melanie is making you look like a little bitch. And I'm just thinking, sock this girl, KP. Sock her. But instead, Melanie lays her hands on KP first. Like she's running this house. And I'm going to be real with y'all. For a hot minute, Melanie was running the house. Melanie had them girls at the door like, and I can't stand Melanie, but she's playing into that villain role right now. She's playing into that villain role. And when she knocked on little KP, poor little KP didn't stand a chance. She tried. KP tried. She put up a fight, but it wasn't enough for me. Like, I feel like you should have went harder than that, KP, because Melanie was dribbling that ass like a basketball. And like they said, that bob was just a weaving. Bobbing and weaving. And again, I'm just thinking, Ivory, where you at, girl? Ivory. Somebody call Ivory in this room. Like, I have never in my life wanted Ivory to appear so quick. I'm like, where is Ivory? And the episode ends, and it's just now getting so good. I'm like, oh my God, this is getting so good. And we gotta wait till the next episode. I know y'all probably already seen it if you're watching this right now, but I've gotta wait till episode 4. So we're gonna go watch episode 4 to see what happens, and I'm gonna report back here, and I'm gonna break it all down for you, and you don't want to miss it on the all new and official Young and Reckless After Show, only on Damien After Dark. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure you click the like button down below this video, the thumbs up button. Join the conversation and let me know what you thought about this episode. Whose side were you on when it comes between KP and Ivory? And what do you think about Melanie Fox? Whose side are you on, Melanie, or are you on KP and Ferragamo's side? I want to hear all your thoughts and opinion because this was a juicy episode, right? If you would like to donate to the movement, the Damien After Dark movement, in the description box below will be ways that you can donate using PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, and Zelle. I'll also post my Amazon wish list there for those that want to take that route. Make sure you tune into the official Baddies East after show live each and every Sunday night at 9 to 9:30 Central, only on Damien After Dark. I love you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for the episode 4 recap. We'll see you next time on Damien After Dark. See you.